What is your first thought when somebody asks you who would ride a unicycle? You probably think of somebody that is involved in a circus business. This is true because anybody is capable of riding a unicycle when, with dedication and motivation. People question themselves wondering where they would go if they were to ever buy a unicycle. Well, I'm here to tell you it's as easy as simply walking down to your local bike store. You might be asking yourself, what type, size, and make do I buy for a person like me who is a beginner rider? Well, I will teach you as a beginner about what to buy and the options you have to choose from. You say to yourself, well, I got the unicycle, how do I ride it? Well, I will go over some basic riding principles such as mounting, riding forward, how to fall correctly, stopping and turning. So you got the basics down and think you're a master. Well, there's more to it. Well, we will go over more advanced riding skills such as riding backwards, mounting taller unicycles, and jumping. Now let's begin on how to buy a unicycle. The first thing you have to do is find a local bike shop that carries unicycles. Different ways you can do this is by calling, going online to their website, or just going to the store. Once you have established what bike shop you are going to and verify they have unicycles, you will more than likely want to buy one. Unicycles can range from the price of $85 to $900, but as a beginner, you want to buy one around the price of $125. The reason is you don't want to put too much money in a hobby you might not like. Not knowing how much you want to spend on buying a unicycle, let's cover the different types, sizes, and makes you have to choose from. There are three basic types of unicycles. The first is a beginner series. These components consist of a frame, seat, street tire, rim, crank, and plastic pedals. This will be the type that you will most likely purchase as a beginner. Second type is a freestyle, which is more durable parts and smaller rim to do ground tricks. The third and last type of unicycle is a trail model. This has very durable parts such as knob tires for riding over rocks. After deciding on the beginner series, you have to figure out what size of unicycle you will need. The size of the unicycle is based on the diameter of the rim. 12 inches is the smallest kind, to the largest, which is 37 inches long. As a beginner, most people start with a 20-inch rim. This allows you to practice in a smaller area and turn quicker. Once you have settled on a rim size, now it's time to pick a make. Deciding on the make of the unicycle is similar to buying a car. You pick the most popular kind. Here are some examples of the brands I recommend, which are Nimbus, Schwinn, and Sun. Rolling out of the bike shop with your new unicycle, now it's time to learn how to ride it. There are 5 basic skills you must learn on how to ride a unicycle. These are mounting, riding forward, falling correctly, stopping, and turning. The first basic skill is mounting, which consists of using a wall or a ledge to brace yourself from falling. Next, you will pedal back your foot to get the seat to come underneath of your butt. This will enable you to sit on the seat. Once you have both feet on the pedals, you have completed the mounting portion. The second basic skill is riding forward. You have mounted the unicycle. Now you will let go of the edge or wall, lean forward and pedal. The key on riding forward is leaning forward while pedaling, otherwise you will fall off and maybe hurt yourself. This is why the third basic skill is important, learning about falling correctly. What will cause you to fall off the unicycle will be by leaning too far forward. When this happens, you tend to step off the unicycle to prevent you from falling on your face, and this forces the unicycle to go behind you. Another factor is if you don't lean far forward enough, then the unicycle will slip out from underneath you, causing you to fall back and land on the ground. After falling many times, you will be able to ride forward a few feet and cover some ground. Now that you have enough confidence to mount, ride forward, and know how to fall correctly, you can now work on the fourth basic skill, stopping. This will help you from hitting things and injuring yourself. How you will do this is by slowing down the speed of your pedaling and leaning back. That way you don't fall back. That way you don't fall forward. Once you get bored of riding forward, you can work on turning, which is the fifth and final skill you will learn. This skill will require you to lean your body in the direction you want to go. If you want to go left, you lean to the left. It is the same when you want to turn right. You lean to the right. Once you have become a master at the basic riding skill, now it's time for the more advanced riding skills. There are 3 advanced skills you can learn. These are riding backwards, mounting taller unicycles, and jumping. Riding backwards is quite difficult because you do the total opposite of what you learn when you ride forward. How you will do this is by leaning back and pedaling backwards to ride in reverse. Turning is the same as riding forward. Mounting a taller unicycle requires multiple steps. To begin, you put the seat under your crotch by pedaling backwards with your one foot. While using your foot on the ground, you push off the ground with that foot and pedal backwards to get your other foot on the pedal. Then you will successfully mount the unicycle. As you ride across the street, you will see an object in front of you, and you want to clear it. This is when jumping comes in handy. What will you do if you put your hand underneath the seat and stop pedaling for a moment and hop up like you are going to jump? The most difficult part about jumping is recovering after you have jumped. The reason is you are stopped and you have to start pedaling again. In conclusion, we went over where and what kind of unicycle to buy. We also covered basic riding principles for a beginner rider, and the last thing we covered is advanced riding skills. Learning all this information will make you a confident and skillful rider. Anybody is capable of riding a unicycle with practice and hard work. Now that you have the knowledge, why don't you go out and try it?